mute or unmute yourself. Keep yourself muted unless speaking or engaging in conversation to reduce background noise. Maintain a positive atmosphere. Turn off your webcam during the presentation to maintain peacefulness throughout the webinar. And last but not the least, stay calm and listen to the webinar. Ask questions after the presentation. Good day everyone. Thank you for finding time for joining us in this webinar. I am Arlan Daylig, a student from Tarlac State University, your speaker for today. A very warm welcome to all. It's a wonderful day and I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all present here. And for today's webinar, we will talk about sex and gender, a deep understanding. As we start, let us first know the definition of these two words, sex and gender. According to the Merriam-Webster, sex is either of the two major forms of individuals that occur in many species or species that are distinguished respectively as male and a female. While on the other hand, sex is the behavioral, cultural, or psychological traits typically associated with sex. So to understand it deeper, sex refers to the physical differences between people who are male and female. It is what lies between our legs, the physiology we are born with. We as persons or person is typically having our sex from our birth based in our physiological characteristics. This consists of our biological makeup, including our genitals, vagina for female and penis for male. On the other hand, when we say gender, it is all about on how a person is identified. In this modern time, we have so many labels for a person to be identified. We have the lesbians, the gay, bisexual, transgender, transsexual, crossdresser, trans man, trans women, and the like. It is what we make out of it. It may be not only about femininity and masculinity. It exists as a social construct, as gender roles or norms. So, gender and sexuality are centrally important forces that shape every aspect of our lives. We know our bodies, minds, and selves through our gender and our sex as a society. Legal definitions and social expectations about men and women's sex and reproduction organize our medical, legal, educational, and political systems. In our modern time, we have had so many issues regarding these terms, especially when it comes in gender. The stereotyping and labelings that we face in today's society, the societal expectations we place on people. We often base this expectation and the biological aspect on what we see, based on what we see. We might have heard some of these stereotypes as follows: blue for men and pink for women, long hair for girls and buzz hair for boys, action figures for boys, while dolls for girls. Moreover, there are times also that people label women as soft-hearted and men are benevolent. The issue of femininity and masculinity. Femininity and masculinity, on the other hand, are major issues in our society. If you are a boy, then you should be masculine. Not only in words, but also in deeds. Same as women to be feminine. But it must not like that. Not what it is. It must be based on a person's identity on how he or she will be identified. Additionally, according to the World Health Organization, gender is the socially constructed characteristics of men and women, such as norms, roles, and relationships of and between group of men and women. It also varies from society to society and can be changed. Societies create norms and expectations related to gender. Additionally, different societies may therefore have different understanding of what is masculine or feminine. That is why sometimes someone is misunderstood and stereotyping is happening. Sex and gender has a great impact in our lives. It's a must to know it and interpret it correctly. It is a part and an important thing to build a great society. Thank you for listening in our today's webinar, and we are hoping that you find a deep understanding on what is sex and gender.